Peace and blessings. This is a word with nyakuiy. I am she, and I welcome you here to this reading. As you can see from the title, it is a what do you need to hear in this moment reading. And so I've divided up the reading into 3 different groups, and I will symbolize these groups with these pictures of flowers here. And I'll keep this on the screen so that you can tune into which group of flowers is calling you. It is Taurus season. We are in spring. It's beautiful. We want to invite more beauty, and flowers do that, okay? So I invite you to pause here and take a few deep breaths. You can even pause the video if you want to take longer breaths and tune into yourself so that you can choose the precise reading for you. Multiple may resonate with you, so keep that in mind. Trust your intuition, and I will see you at your reading. So welcome group 1 to your reading. This is all about what you need to hear in this moment in time. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you are receiving this, it is the perfect time, okay? So I have 3 decks here. We are using the Goddess Guidance Oracle, the Healing with the Angel Oracles, and the Angel, nope, I take that back, but the angels say hey, and the Afro Goddess Tarot, okay? So beginning up, we have Ma'at, Goddess Ma'at. She comes through. The card says fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. And intuitively, I'm immediately feeling that you're in a situation that you're not sure how you're going to get through it. And the divine says, be patient, for one, because there are certain things, the scales need to balance, okay? And this will get clearer for us as we move through the reading. Another message here is about court cases and of the like, anything that has to deal with you and another in litigation, legal matters. Have faith, have trust, and know that everything will align in the way they need to. Okay, and it will be for the benefit of everybody involved. So keep that in mind. We're going to put this at the top of the spread here as we move on to our 2 angel cards. The first one is emerging. And I get the sense that there are parts of you that have been hidden, that you are unaware of, that are coming through. Okay? They're coming out, they are emerging. Different aspects of you that may have been repressed, that may have been shut out, that may have been cast aside, ignored, abandoned. These aspects of you are coming through. And this is the space that you're in currently, where you're allowing yourself to be full. You're allowing all parts of you to come through. Okay? Children. And these parts of you may have been repressed and hidden away starting in your childhood. You're in a space and time where your inner child is coming through, wanting to come through, wanting to show you it's still there. And you are in a space where you are working with her or him. You are in a space where you will be working with her or him even more intimately. Let's get into your tarot here. Bring a whole story together. Oh, I forgot about another card deck that's here too, and this is the Black Moon Lilith. And we have coagulation. I'll put this here and I'll read it at the end because that's what it's wanting me to do. But for now, we will get into our tarot. We have the Six of Swords, this energy of moving into calmer waters, choosing your peace, choosing your battles wisely, doing what's best for your mental health, doing what's best for you. And that might mean walking away. It might mean doing something you haven't done before to create an outcome that's different than what's been happening in the past. It's giving this energy of you've done the same thing over and over and again, and you realize it's not getting you the results that you want. And so now you have to choose differently. You have to create a different outcome, and that means you have to make a different decision. Where are you coming from, is what I'm hearing. If you can tune into yourself, if you can be aware of your moments throughout the day to assess and observe, where are you coming from when you are reacting to circumstances or responding? What aspect of you is coming through? Again, this theme of emerging that's coming at a different angle right now. What aspect of you emerges in the very different circumstances that happen throughout your day? Are you able to be mindful enough, aware enough, quiet enough even to hear where you are coming from? Are you coming from your heart? Or are you coming from a wound? Are you projecting? Everything you say, listen to yourself. There's an energy of some of you are causing yourselves your own heartbreak. You are the root cause, in a sense, of your own heartbreak. It's your own thoughts that are breaking your heart. It's the thoughts about yourself that are crushing your spirit. It's not coming from the outside. It's coming from what you've taken on as your own mental thoughts. But they're not your thoughts. They're maybe things that you've heard in your childhood. Again, this is coming up, children. Things that you heard, things that were said to you, things that you started to believe because of the experiences that you went through about yourself. And this energy of you're not being fair to yourself is coming through with Mott. Because that's not you. These thoughts are not you, even though they're coming through and from you. You rehearse these thoughts over and over and over again. You really believe that they're you, but they're not. And so for you, Ace of Swords is coming through. You need clarity. You need to get more clear with yourself about who is running the show, who is coming through, who is showing up. What voice is that you're parroting? Because remember, as children, we parrot everything that our parents and guardians do. Or anybody who is in a space of authority, who is in our environment in those very formative years, we take on their actions and their speech. My foot just fell asleep here as I'm sitting down and recording this. And something's coming through that you in this group 1, are not walking in your authentic truth. You're not walking in your authentic self. You've got layers and layers of other programming, conditionings, belief systems that are not yours. And it's time for clarity. It's time to become clear within yourself. The sun, you are coming out to shine. The true you is coming out to shine. This is Leo energy. Your inner child is coming out to shine. Who you were before all these things became a cloak on you is coming out. This is the experience that you're having right now, and your life experiences are showing you that. They're pulling out parts of you that were dormant, that need to see the light, that need to see the light of day. It's interesting, the Six of Swords, you were going into the sun. And then we get, you're gonna experience heartbreak. You're gonna experience the heartbreak of not having been in your truth and your authenticity. Or maybe you have experienced this too, for some of you. That's the phase that you're in currently for some of you. You're in this phase where you're feeling all of the heartbreak. And it's shifting you, it's changing you. So don't be afraid of this heartbreak. Because as your heart breaks, it expands wider. The cracks allow more light to shine. It's like your heart was in a cage at some point in time. You were in a cage at some point in time. The love you have for yourself was in a cage. It wasn't expansive enough to hold all of you. And expansion is happening. You're seeing the truth. You're seeing the light. You're seeing the things that were not right. And you're making them right. You're coming into balance within yourself. You're coming into more balance within yourself. You're being fair to yourself. You're giving yourself a chance. It's like you weren't given a chance in your younger years. You weren't given a chance. To be fully you and to be fully loved. And now you're giving yourself this second chance. It's like you've got a second opportunity to say, you know what? These parts of me were shunned, were dismissed, were diminished, were by all of these people, but that doesn't have to be my personal story. That doesn't have to be me. I don't have to do that to myself. I don't have to treat myself like I was treated. And be gentle with yourself, because you're only treating yourself how you were treated. And that was all you knew. You didn't know any better. You should have been taught better. You should have been treated better. You should have been handled with care. You should have been handled with more gentleness. There should have been more love in action. There was a lot of chaos. There was a lot of distress. There was a lot of negativity. You didn't even have time to be you. You didn't even have time to be a child. You didn't even have time to be innocent, joyful, playful. You needed to protect yourself. You needed to protect yourself. You needed to be on guard. There was a lot of mistrust, a lot of abandonment, a lot of neglect, a lack of attention. It's like there are parts of you that were not tended to. And so they weren't able to fully develop. They weren't able to fully mature. And now is the time for you to do this for yourself, to reparent yourself. And this is perhaps the work that you've been doing. This is a recognition that you are on the right path with where you are. You are undoing all of the things that you've been through, reprogramming yourself. And you are doing a wonderful job, because you're making things right. You're moving into the light. You're moving into a place where you're not as cloaked and you're not feeling the heaviness and the density from time to time you may think back and you're like, dang, I really did experience this and I wish it could have been different. And that's very fair, that's very valid. But you're moving into a space where it doesn't have a hold on you any longer. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's like you recognize it, you honor it for what it was, what it could have been. And what you're doing now is making different choices so that you could have a better experience for yourself in your own body, in your own mind, in your own heart, in your own being, so that you can do differently moving forward for any children that you may have in the future or any children that you currently have. You're doing differently for them because you know how it affected you to be treated how you were treated. And this is a beautiful spread because we end with celebration with our tarot cards. We end in celebration. We are ending in celebration. You are celebrating yourself. You are celebrated. You're being celebrated. And it's like you're creating the family dynamics and structures that you wish you would have had. And that's beautiful. And so I will end with our coagulation card from our Black Moon Lilith. And I'm actually going to read this excerpt from the booklet. The key word is soul ascension, number 38, which comes down to 11. So power number 11, angel number 11. So it says, after enduring a period of intense purges, transformation, inner growth, and spiritual work, this is the phase of alchemy when you begin to truly embody your sun. Hello? Soul's gold in ancient alchemy. When the coagulation card appears, you are empowered in your purpose and channeling the energy of your sun sign. The sun in astrology represents the life purpose and alignment in your birth chart. New opportunities, life decisions, and changes in direction are manifesting for you at a faster rate. When you are in this phase, be mindful of perfectionist habits and gently release them, as there is no perfection. Practice presence. Associated with gold and the sun, coagulation is when you are nearing the end of the magnum opus. This is the sixth phase of the alchemical magnum opus, which is the culmination of all the ascension and healing work you've done this far. You have found and embodied your higher self, light, and true essence in this lifetime. Okay? So the shadow work. Creating and maintaining a daily meditation practice is key when you reach this phase. This allows you to remain in the present moment and heal any lingering shadows that can disrupt your light. What were we talking about, fam? Okay, be present and mindful of what is coming through, of emerging, and this means being in that meditative space where you're receiving and listening. Final message, your soul's gold is shining through. Allow it to emanate and shine for the world to see. Okay? So these are the messages I have for you today. I pray this has served you. Group number 1, you are on your way, okay? I'm sending you so much love, and I will speak to you again soon. Peace. Welcome, group number 2. This is your reading. This is what I have for you. Here today, we have 4 decks that we are working with. We've got our Goddess Guidance. We've got our Healing with the Angels Oracle. We have our Angel Tarot, and we have our Black Moon Lilith, okay? So getting started, we have Artemis, Guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So immediately what I'm getting from this card is if you have any endeavor you are embarking on, that it is fully protected and that it is secure, it will be manifested. It is manifesting. It will be successful. So keep at it. Keep your eye on the target and know that it is done already, okay? The other thing here is it's a message from your guardians, from your spirit guides, that you are protected, you are spiritually protected, and that no harm can come to you unless you believe it can. Nothing from the outside can hurt you unless you believe it can. And then you will manifest that in your life. Do you see what I'm saying? It's also like the example that I'm getting here is essentially what somebody says or projects onto you on the outside can't be true unless you believe it to be true yourself. This is a form of protection. Knowing that whatever somebody else sends to you is their stuff and their shit and not yours is key. People can talk all day long. People can throw words at you all day long. They can judge you all day long. But it doesn't have to affect you. Because your truth about who you know yourself to be trumps everything, okay? I'm sure there's going to be more that comes from that card, but we'll move on to our angel oracle. We've got guardian angel. Okay. Guardian angel and guardian. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. This is this energy of you have spiritual protection that is strong. And at this point in time in your life, you need to lean into that. You need to lean into the realms unseen, because you're focusing too much on this material realm. You're focusing too much on the material world. You need to close your eyes and feel and sense and intuit and know that you are absolutely spiritually protected. You are absolutely protected. You can have 100% confidence that your life here is sanctified. Your life here, there's sanctity. Listening. Are you listening? Your spirit guides are talking to you. Your guides are talking to you. Your ancestors of the highest light, they are talking to you. Are you listening is the question. Because the signs are all there. You see the signs. You see the repeating numbers. Are you pausing to sense what is actually coming through? What that pause is, they're getting your attention. You're saying, hey, pause here. 444, 333, 222, 1111, 111. Hey, stop, pause. Where are you looking from? Are you looking at the world with your spiritual eyes? Are you looking at the world with your physical eyes? They're telling two different stories. So there's a lot around your senses, your extrasensory perception, your intuition, listening to your own intuition. This is your guides talking to you. When you get that nudge to go here, do that. When you get that nudge to do this, do that. When you get that nudge to not go here, to don't do that, are you listening? Or are you an ego and you're acting like you know everything? Justice, number 8. We have fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. I'm getting this energy that pile 1 may have resonated with you. You may have come from pile 1 and you're listening in into pile 2. This is confirmation that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Otherwise, pile one may have some gems for you. This theme of justice, though, is coming through in that things are working out for you in your highest good. They are. And it's important for you to trust that. It's important for you to trust that things may not look like they are, but again, are you seeing with your spiritual eyes or are you seeing with your physical eyes? Because your physical circumstances may not at all reflect what you want to see or desire to see. That doesn't mean the manifestations are not underway. And you have to remember that the material circumstances shift after you shift spiritually, after you shift energetically. What you need to know is that the spiritual domain is primary. Everything comes and stems afterwards. And there's a time lag from spiritual to material. Things may not be as they appear to be, really. Things are actually brighter for you than you can see. And that's what your angels and guides want you to know. This is what the divine wants you to know. You're all right. Have endurance. Have perseverance. Get into some practices that bring you back to your body, that bring you back to the present moment, so that you're not projecting into the future and you're not worried about the past. I sense some frustration, so you may be cycling through frustrations, feeling like you're behind, feeling like you're too late, feeling like you missed something. Trust in your path more. On this card it says, make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. So this is also how you are dealing with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind with your journey. Be kind with your path. Because you don't know that what you're doing right now, where you're at right now, is needed. It's important that you are where you are because there are certain things you have to integrate before you take it to the next level. You got to graduate from one level to another level. And this is actually a form of protection. The divine is protecting you from prematurely moving forward. And so you have to see things from this lens. Balance. This is another major arcana card. So we've got two major cards here, justice and balance. Balance says the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. Okay? Note that. With this bow and arrow that Artemis has, you've already released, you've already hit your target. Now it's you making your way to it. And there's an energy here of enjoy your way to it. There's an energy of embrace the ups and the downs as you make your way through, as you make your way to. There's this energy of stop trying to control the situation and the circumstances of how you're going to get there. You're already on your way. There's this energy around certain pieces need to come together, and this requires time. Things are falling into place. Again, we have Page of Earth, so we have more earth energy, we have more slow energy, slow and steady in the details, not missing anything along the way. This Page of Earth, success is imminent. Again, patience. because there are elements within you that are being strengthened, aspects within you that are being strengthened along the way. It's kind of like, if you want this level of a success, you have to be willing to deal with the negatives that come with it, with naysayers, with people saying you're doing it wrong, with people saying you didn't do it good enough, with people saying and projecting all of this negativity. You have to be able to handle the negativity that comes with it. You have to be able to handle people's projections as you come to this place where you're held on high, heralded on high. I see you on a pedestal. I see you on a podium. Are you strong enough to be able to withstand people throwing tomatoes at you up there? How is your heart? Is your heart able to handle that? Is your mind able to handle that without crumbling inwards, without making it about you? This is a level of protection. You're being strengthened. You're being fortified. Honor the time that you're in. Hermit. The third major card. Okay, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. Yes, there are certain things that you can only experience with yourself and the divine, is what I'm getting here. And so it's important for you to take those moments of solitude and to not resist them, to welcome them. Solitude is good for you. Solitude allows you to hear and listen and receive the information that's being transmitted to you from the unseen realms. Part of me is getting this energy that you're a channel. You're a divine channel. Things come through you. Sometimes you don't know how they're coming through, but they just do. And then you doubt yourself. Stop doing that. and sense, where is this coming from? Again, there's heavy energy around group 1. And so, like I said, if group 1 was calling you, you got to go back to there. You just came from there. It's all aligned. It's an alignment. There's this energy of your intuition is being strengthened. So it's like you got to shut out the world. You got to shut out that outside noise so you can really hear. So you can hear yourself. So you can hear truth. So you can receive truth. This is part of your path. This is part of your purpose. You're receiving intel, and that's how you move through the world. You know, other people have ways of telling you, you know, this is how you should do it. You should do this, and then you should do that, and then you should do this. But that's other people, and that's them in their worldly focus. You're focused on spiritual values. You're focused on higher values. You're not focused on doing it how everybody else did it. You're not focused on doing it the status quo way. You're focusing on doing it different. And so this also can be a part of why you feel sometimes the doubt and the lack of trust, because you're literally doing it a different way, and it's meant to be that way. And this is all going to strengthen you, because this is going to be part of your testimony. It's what I'm hearing is what a lot of Christians, and you may be a Christian, you may be coming from that faith and that background, but this is part of the test that will then be your testimony. This is part of, again, spiritual teaching. This is part of your story that is really important. It's important for you to be here now, because it's going to influence how you teach others. It's going to be the foundation of your teachings in the future, and the teachings that come through you for the people who were once in your situation. You are going to get out. It is divine. It is divine will that you are going to get out. It is divine will that you are going to move through. You're going to move past. You're going to transcend. You are operating on the upper levels, on the higher levels, in the upper room. You are a master, and you are remembering your mastery. Okay? This is high level. Our last card here, Uranus, spark of genius and ascension. And I'm going to read this from the booklet. So, from the Black Moon Lilith Oracle, we have Uranus, spark of genius and ascension. When this card shows up, expect the unexpected. A shakeup is coming to bring change into your life. Uranus is indicating that something or someone is keeping you stuck. Now, the universe is making the move for you. Where have you felt misaligned? Uranus teaches us to embrace unpredictability and change. Uranus is the planet of shocks, surprises, and genius. It has the potential to shock people into higher states of consciousness through extraordinary events. In ancient Roman mythology, Uranus was the sky. It's the planetary ruler of the air sign of Aquarius, known for its innovative and opinionated approach to life. It's a generational planet that spends about 7 years in one sign and takes 84 years to orbit the sun. Similar age groups share the same Uranus sign. In your natal chart, Uranus can indicate the spark of genius you have to lend to the collective consciousness. Without Uranus, we would not awaken, innovate, and ascend. So you have a Uranus sign. It's either in one of the 12 signs. If you're new to astrology, you can find this information on astro.com, where you can enter your birth details, your birth location, your birth time, and it will pull up a chart for you. And so your Uranus will indicate for you where your spark of genius is. So in Aries, it's individual freedom. In Taurus, it's financial pioneering. In Gemini, it's social rebellion. In Cancer, it's family structure. In Leo, it's breakthrough creativity. In Virgo, it's health innovation. In Libra, it's unconventional relationships. In Scorpio, it's death and regeneration. In Sagittarius, it's new beliefs and spiritual ideas. In Capricorn, it's progressive societal structure. In Aquarius, it's scientific innovation. In Pisces, it's awakening to new spiritual thought. And so the final message here is a sudden change is coming to electrify your reality. A new beginning is on its way. And so this is what I'm seeing for you, group number 2. Thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving. I pray it has served you. I'm sending you so much love, and I will speak to you again soon. Peace. Welcome, group 3, to your reading. Again, this is the What Do You Need to Hear in This Moment Right Now reading, and I am excited that you are here with me. Thank you for tuning in. We've got 4 different decks we are working with today. We've got a Goddess Guidance Oracle, we've got the Healing with the Angels Oracle, we have an Afro Tarot, and we have a Black Moon Lilith deck. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Firstly, we have Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Hello? So, off the rip, what I'm getting from this card is your dreams are manifesting. Your intentions are unfolding. And this energy, the word that just came through is cocooning. It's kind of like your dreams and the things that you are creating are in this cocoon space. They're being held, protected, they're growing, they're evolving, and they are absolutely going to manifest and butterfly out. Okay, So that's one thing that's coming through. And there are certain of you who are expecting children. That was the twist that I did not expect. But you are expecting children. You're expecting either a child, you're either with child, or you don't know that you are with child, but you are. Or this is a dream of yours, is to have children, and you're wondering, am I going to? And the answer is yes. Okay. There are others for you who are meant to mother, and you're meant to mother, and you are mothering in many ways than just one. Whether you have children or not, you have a mother energy about you that is part of your purpose. This is part of who you are. This is part of you. This is a part of you that you are meant to express. You are meant to share. You are meant to gift others. And others feel this, okay? Others feel this energy. It is received. It's almost like you're embodying the mother goddess in physical form, in the flesh. You have the compassion, you have the kindness, you have the empathy, you have the openness, you are vulnerable. You are nurturing, you are nourishing. You have all of these qualities within you that represent the Divine Mother. And for others of you, you are working on bringing these qualities out. As we move along here to the Angel Oracle, we've got trust. This is about trusting yourself, trusting life, trusting your path, trusting that you're exactly where you're meant to be and that things are evolving as they need to. There's a big energy around trusting the divine path for your life. Soulmate. Oh, for some of you, you have been manifesting a soulmate. For some of you, you are in a soulmate relationship, and this is confirmation. For others of you, trust that this will happen, especially for those of you who are wanting children. You know, you think to yourself, one day I'll have children, and you've been wanting this for a while, and your soulmate is coming through and wants that too. Your divine counterpart is coming through. I have a general love reading that I'll link below because I feel that this might resonate with you. What I'm getting for you is really beautiful energy. It's really sweet energy, really soft energy, really gentle energy. Things are manifesting in a way that will surprise you. Indeed. You'll be shocked, like, whoa. And you'll be shocked at how quickly things unfold for you. There's this energy of you've been waiting for some time, and the time is about to be ripe. Okay? As we get into the cards, we've got 5 of Pentacles. And immediately what I'm getting is this sense of insecurity that you've been feeling or that you've been in the past. This card, this individual is looking in the past direction. So maybe that's where you were. You're feeling insecure about who you are, as particularly for women who are tuning in, feeling that you're a woman and perhaps you had not yet born children and you're feeling insecure about that, feeling like, dang, what is my role? What is my purpose? And your purpose is beyond mothering. That's part of what's coming through. Okay, and so don't beat yourself up. Don't feel some kind of way for not having done this yet, for not having given birth yet, for not doing what you feel, you know, this energy around, I'm supposed to do this because I'm a woman. Bring some nuance to it. Bring some balance to that perspective. Bring some love and compassion to that perspective for yourself. It doesn't have to be so judgy. You don't have to be so judgy towards yourself. And that's why perhaps the energies are so sweet and so soft, because this is what you need to bring for yourself. Okay? Stop judging yourself so harshly. Be kind. Be open. There's this energy of you mother in different ways. You still bring that energy forward. And trust that that's enough. You're still teaching others how to embody this mothering energy. So be confident in that. King of Pentacles here. This is about material acquisition. Maybe you've been focused on your career. Maybe you've been focusing on material gain such that you haven't had time even for a relationship. Or maybe that's been your mental is, I don't have time for a relationship. I need to get this bag. I need to get this money. And the energy that's coming through is balance that. Balance your focus. You can have it all. You can. You don't have to sacrifice love for the bag, or vice versa. You can have your cake and eat it too. Don't put yourself in these limitations where you can only have this or that will suffer. No. Set the intentions that you can have this and you can have that and you can have balance in your life. Two of Pentacles, balance. Balance is coming through. Wow. Get your priorities straight. What is really important for you? Get into your heart space and ask yourself, journal about it. What is really important for you in life? Get in tune with your own truth, not what other people have projected onto you as the correct way of doing things or as the proper way of doing things. You have your own journey. You have your own soul journey. You have your own soul path. You have your own soul growth. You have different lessons here to learn. You have different experiences here to have. Trust that. And tune in to your own voice so that you can hear what is true for you. What is true for you isn't going to be true for everyone else. You have a unique experience here. We have the Three of Swords. You're breaking your own heart because you're putting other people's projections on your path and it's not fitting. The math is not mathing. You're wanting to fit in this box that you don't fit in. And so then when you don't fit, you feel like you don't measure up. You feel insecure. You feel not enough. That's not a way to live, boo. You gotta drop those thoughts. Talk back to them. Tell them no. Tell them that's not how you roll. These thoughts are societal expectations and societal standards, and you don't have to live by them. You can create your own way. With this King of Pentacles, there's a heavy father energy here. For some of you, I'm getting an energy that you have been in so much of your mother energy as a way to compensate for the lack of a father energy. In other words, you've been in this give energy to a fault. You haven't been able to receive. Mother energy is wonderful. It's wonderful to give. It's wonderful to be generous, but you also have to be willing to receive too. Otherwise, you're literally imbalanced. There's a mother dynamic and father dynamic, and those two need to come into union and into balance. There's some resentments that are coming through, and those are more so self-resentments, because you're like, I do this for everybody, and what is done for me? Well, the question too is, what are you not allowing to be done for you? What are you not allowing to be done for you? It's almost a control mechanism to where you're like, you're just going to control the experience such that you can't surrender to receiving. And it's coming from a place of feeling out of control at one point in your life and feeling that you need to control things, that things need to be a certain way for your safety, for your security. 5 of Pentacles. But that's not necessarily the proper way to look at things. There's another dynamic here of people pleasing, of doing extra, focusing on the other such that you neglect yourself and neglect what you want and what you desire. That's not okay. Because you are important. You matter. What you want matters. Your voice matters. Where your needs matter. Your desires matter. What you say matters. Six of Cups. Some of you are invited to look into your childhood. Some of you are invited to bring out your inner child. Some of you are invited to work with children. Maybe you already work with children. This is also, again, a confirmation that children are in your future. There's this energy of doing right by children, doing right by your inner child, doing right by who you were when you were a child and how you expressed yourself when you were a child. This is energy of going back to that place, going back to that purity, that going back to that innocence, because it's going to be opposite of self-judgment. It's going to be opposite of self-loathing and self-abusing. Just be free like a child. Be careless, dance with abandon. It's important for you to feel safe in your body. It's important for you to create spaces and create the space for you to feel safe in your body, for you to feel relaxed in your body, for you to feel not tense, not stressed, not anxious, not tight. There's a strong message here of focusing on your body's flexibility, strengthening your body. Strength and flexibility go hand in hand because you got to be strong to be flexible. There's an energy here of give yourself time. There's also an energy here of allow yourself to be loved. All this energy that you give, allow yourself to receive. And Tune in when you feel this tightness in your body of, oof, I can't receive this. I can't receive this. I can't. Why are they giving me all of this love? Why are they giving me affection? Why are they giving me attention? Why are they giving me admiration? Why are they, when you feel this resistance, tune into it and understand yourself and understand where it's coming from. It's coming from a place of insecurity. There's this invitation to find security within yourself, to know that you matter, again, that you are important, that everything that you desire is important. Don't try and say, oh, I don't want this because somebody else needs it more. You are somebody else that's important that needs it too. And so it's important for you to not diminish your needs, not diminish your desires. Be strong in them. Be faithful. Expect these miracles to come through. The last card we have here is putrefaction. Shadow release. How you view the world is how you view yourself. When the putrefaction oracle card shows up, it's time to face the difficult shadows within you and become conscious to what you are projecting into the world. Psychoanalyst Carl Jung described the shadow as our untamed true nature that we hide from the world to feel safe and accepted in our environment. The authentic side of ourselves is hidden by a mask to protect itself when we experience trauma or challenges. This card calls for you to do inner work around how you perpetuate suffering in your own reality. Where are you projecting your own shortcomings, pain, trauma, and angst onto others? Projection occurs when you are triggered and reactive to your outer world. This is because of pain from past traumas or difficulties that are buried beneath the surface. Think of when an objectively beautiful person walks into a room and immediately receives jealousy and judgment from those in the room who feel insecure in themselves. An alchemist will use moments like this as an opportunity to cleanse their shadow through releasing others' opinions. Putrefaction is the fifth phase of alchemy and one of the most emotionally challenging because it requires an honest look within. Scientifically, putrefaction is the decomposition of organic matter. Use your life as a spiritual practice and start to release unconscious patterns. Doing so will create space for new healthy patterns. The shadow work. Handling difficult emotions is one of the most challenging parts of alchemy, and it's best to not do this alone. Seeking a licensed therapist, healer, mystic, or astrologer can help guide you through this extremely sensitive phase of the process. Remember that support is available to you and that requesting it is a sign of strength, not weakness. Lastly, it says purge and integrate the dark energy within you. Shift negative projections into self-empowerment. Okay? So this is what I have here for you, group number 3. Thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for trusting this word. I am sending you so much love. I will speak with you again soon. Peace.